Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Way Down North origin story.
I thought we could maybe start with you all describing to us the music that you play. I know you're all from Northwest Montana. If you want to talk about kind of the area that you are playing music in.
Yeah, so we live in Flathead County, Montana, which is like it's way up north, not way down north, but it's we're like 60 miles from the Canadian border, and but we play all over Montana and the Pacific Northwest, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, um, but yeah.
Yeah, we play a lot in really small towns. Some of the towns are pretty tiny.
People are very grateful to have live music come in because I've lived in places where we did not get a lot of that. And I was always so happy to have music coming in. And
I get a vision in my head of though, these hippies pulling back into town.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Definitely.
yeah, especially where
Yeah.
you all are.
And I know that you're a music lover, Amanda, because we've seen quite a few shows together. So yeah, I know. Yeah.
And so I know that you all really kind of hover around the Americana scene, but would you describe your music that way? How would you kind of tell someone about it who maybe hasn't had a chance to listen to you all yet?
Yes, that's how we describe it, as Americana, which is a really broad spectrum. So I don't know, I would consider it more like on the like country folk,
Mm-hmm.
country folk, like acoustic rock side of Americana. I think, but it's hard to say. Like all these new songs that we've been writing, they're kind of all over the place as far as genres go. So I don't. It's hard to pin it down, but I would definitely say Americana.
Very cool. So I know that recently you had opened for Railroad Earth and you had Mike Robinson sit in with you all, I think. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That was
wanted
a
to talk
blast.
about that, Shaky Graves, and I know that y'all are going to be opening for Spafford too, but let's start with Railroad, obviously a band that's very close to our hearts. What was that experience like to be able to open for them?
Well, it was amazing. So now this year we've opened three times for them, and the first time was actually very nerve wracking because yeah, it's just like nervous. They're my heroes, and so it was just amazing to open for them and an honor. And also, yeah, Timmy Carbone played a song with us too, and yeah, and they all they all gave us nice comments on our music and our songs, and
Yeah, it was
it's
amazing. It was a great honor, and that band was so kind and so friendly. They made us feel comfortable. It was
yeah,
nerve-wracking at first, though.
it was nerve wracking just because yeah, it was like, well, this is a big thing, but it's now it's like, yeah, let's go play with Railroad.
Cool.
Well,
And
yeah.
as a band, how long have you all been together? Because I know you released Pen and Bin this year, and you have also some releases from last year. What's your kind of history of playing together?
So way down north basically started out of the pandemic. We both of us were in a band called Moonshine Mountain beforehand, and we played together in that band for 10 years. And so now way down north is basically 3 years old, and so we've been playing together for 12, 13 years. Um,
Yeah. So plenty of time to get to know each other, which is great. And I think that's probably really important too for the songwriting process. How do
Yes.
you all kind of manage that? Are you both writing songs? Do you kind of trade off and on? How does that process look for you all?
Cory's the songwriter.
She
Mhm.
just sent me a song that she wrote yesterday.
We do Cory
She's very
songs,
shy. But yeah,
So
I'm mostly like the songs that we're doing right now. I basically have like 30 originals, and so we do all of them, and then we do, Americana covers as well. Yeah.
And so for Set Sail, how did you record that? Did you go into the studio? Was that something that you produced kind of on your own? This is always something that I find really fascinating.
We did go into a studio, and we recorded 2 other records there with our former band, and the studio's in Whitefish, Montana, and it's run by Toby Scott, who worked with Bruce Springsteen for like 30 plus years as one of his engineers, and so we just keep going back there. He's good to us, and he's nice to work with, and he's supportive of our music.
Yeah, it's amazing to have that kind of resource so close by.
Yeah.
Does he tell any good Bruce stories? Any good like Jersey memories? Does he ever bring anything up?
Well, yeah, I always pry on stories, and so yeah, like Springsteen, like the way that band started, they were, traveling around the country, mostly the East Coast, playing softball. There was a softball team, and then Bruce would play afterwards, and so that's how that thing basically got started, and Toby was on that, Toby was with them when that happened, so it's pretty cool to like talk to him about old stories like that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, definitely. So I know that y'all are going to be opening up for Spafford, right? A little bit later this month. Can you kind of talk about how that happened? And we've had a couple of the guys from Spafford on the show. This was a while ago now, but we really enjoyed that conversation.
Before they started, yeah, they were on before they started their tour in January. They were in the parking lot, actually, of the club they were playing for the first night. So
Nice.
Wow.
That's awesome. Well, we're really stoked about that. I've only seen them like twice. They've been through Whitefish a few times. This time they're playing a new venue, in my hometown here in Columbia Falls. It's called the Coop, and we're really looking forward to it. It's an honor, to open for bands like this.
have you spoke to them?
We haven't. I've never.
I was just wondering if there was any, hey, you guys want to come out with us and sit in for a song or anything like that.
That would be cool.
Open to that.
We're open to that. They haven't reached out to us, but
Call me.
but yeah, I think anything's possible in a show like that. If the headliner band likes what they see out of the opener, it happens. They ask you to come up and play a song or two, and so, but nothing is planned ahead as far as that goes yet.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.